Hello everybody, my name is Walter and this is episode 17 of my Redstone Commands Series. In this episode I want to cover the tag command which among other things can be used to make entities truly unique. So what is the command actually about? Well, it's used to list, add or remove tags of already existing entities. I'm specifying already existing here since you can also add tags during the creation of an entity if you use the summon command. I showed this in previous episodes. Now, before I get further, let's quickly talk about the different kinds of tags so to avoid confusion. I already covered in a previous episode the so-called tag lists, which are a way to define groups of various block types or entity types and so on, that then later on can be referred to by just the name of that group or tag list, which is a bit of a shortcut in commands. Then we have non-binary tags, which is usually called NBT data, which contains additional information about entities, like the exact position, the velocity, inventory spaces, and so on. And then, more relevant for the tag command, we have what the Wiki calls scoreboard tags, which are actually a subcomponent of NBT data in the form of an array of simple text. And since text can be very versatile, you can use this to make entities truly unique. So what are tags commonly used for? As I already mentioned, it's quite commonly used to mark single entities or even groups of entities in a way that you can later on filter for them using target selectors very easily. Another thing you can do is using tags as a kind of mechanism to save binary information. I did this in my Dissector Mark II data pack, where I had tags that determined whether blocks were to be counted or counted and then destroyed. So if a specific tag was given to the ampersand, which was the control node for the data pack, then the blocks were destroyed. If the tag was missing, the blocks were not destroyed. Very easy to implement and can be quite useful if you want to localize your information without having scoreboard objectives all over the place. Anyway, that's the intro more or less. Let's talk about the syntax of the command. So as you can see here, there are three functions you can do, as mentioned before: list, add, and remove of tags. If you want to list, you start with the name of the command, tag. Then you specify what you want to target. So single entities or multiple entities. You can use player names here. You can use the unique identifiers of entities, or you can use target selectors. And then finally just list, and the result will be, well, a list of all of the tags. Then, if you want to add or remove tags, you will start the same, name of the command, targets, then add or remove. And then you have to specify which tag you want to add or remove. As I said, this is simple text, not JSON text, and you are also rather limited in what you can use for characters. So you have upper and lowercase characters or letters, you have numbers, you have the underscore, you have the plus and the minus, and the point. I couldn't find anything else that worked. So you are somewhat limited, but the length of the tag, according to the wiki, can be rather long, and you can also have quite a big number of those per entity. So as I said, you can make entities really unique with this. Now with that said, let's actually get to the examples. So let's say you just want to know what kind of tags are currently in use. You can use a command like this here. So here I'm looking at the tags of all entities. And if I do that, you can see at the moment there are 946 entities in the loaded chunks, and they have in total 3 tags. This tag is something that I have personally due to a data pack I'm running in the background. This is an armor stand in front of me. This is another armor stand somewhere to the left. And yeah. If you just want to know, for example, what kind of tags you yourself have, you can use the same command just with another target selector. So you can see, very easy to use. The adding of tags is also pretty simple here. I'm just adding a tag called tagged1234 to myself. And if I now check myself again, you can see now I have 2 tags. And I can also remove this. And if I check myself again, I'm back to 1. So pretty simple to use. And here you can see the main use for tags if you use it as a marker, and that is in target selectors, because there you have the target or the argument to filter for tags. Here in this instance, I would teleport any entity that has the tag tagged 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 meters up. And obviously, since currently no one has the tag, nothing happens. If I tag myself and now do it again, you can see now it triggered. And if I untag myself, it doesn't work anymore, or doesn't trigger anymore. And with that, we have reached the end of this episode about the tag command. I hope you enjoyed it, and well, see ya.